how's it going? Welcome to the Taking the Lead Media Podcast, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Oahu, playing local and independent music from here on the island and the rest of the world. My name is Onofre, and welcome to episode 106. Thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. This past weekend, actually it's been about a week already, was this year's Metal Fest here in Hawaii. It was actually the first one I attended, and it was a lot of fun. Although I wasn't there from start to finish. It started early. I think doors opened at about maybe 3 or 3:30. I got there right when the Even Otters finished their last song. And I was bummed because I was hoping to catch their set again. They played a really tight set the other night before at Anna O'Brien's for the pre-Metal Fest show. And they have lots of energy on stage, great sound, really enjoyed their tunes. This is my first time seeing them, of course. I probably would have made it there on time and maybe caught 3 or 4 of their songs at least. I didn't know, and this is for you local listeners, I didn't know you can't make a left turn onto Kapiolani from, I believe that's Atkinson Drive. So, you know the one out where 7-Eleven's on your left. So my plan was to make that right turn and then turn around at Taco Bell, the one at McCully, and just turn around on that street. Little did I know that was also a one-way, and so I should have just went into Taco Bell and turned around at the shopping center. I'd like to apologize though to the guy in the Jeep that was honking at me while I tried to turn around and I just wanted to make the Even Otter set. So much apologies to that guy. I'll just see the band at Teenage Bottle Rocket. Anyway, back to Metal Fest. Got to check out Skylene's set, which was great. My first time seeing these guys as well. Although I've been listening to them on and off for a bit, thanks to Bandcamp. Very heavy set, excellent prog type metal, and very passionate performance. Search Bandcamp, Skylene, that's SKYLENE.bandcamp.com. I left a little bit early during that set just to make sure I made it to Oceans Deep. I missed their set as well at the pre-Metal Fest show, so I didn't want to miss any of this, and they didn't disappoint. It was a very aggressive, very explosive, and thrashy type set. More on this 4-piece later. I'll be playing a track from them at the end of the show. I think Oceans Deep finished according to the schedule ahead of time, so I got to catch some of, I think it was Nesta on the main stage. Good stuff. I stayed just for a brief moment before heading to Antimatter, and as always, a very lively set from these guys, just like the night before. They played quite a bit of songs in their set, and that's awesome. I like when a band will banter in between songs, but I do favor the more songs the better kind of set. And I bet if these guys didn't take any breaks, they probably could play their entire catalog in one sitting. But always great set from Antimatter. I really dig these guys. I got to catch This Moment Onward on the main stage after that awesome stuff. They certainly bring the mosh with their style of metalcore. But after them, I got to see MDC, that's Millions of Dead Cops, and they were dope. So much energy on stage. The crowd dug it, I loved it, and everyone had a good time. The bass player was all over the place with his riffs, and that was cool to see. And of course, that was my first time seeing these guys play. So after this set, it was Chelsea Grin who closed the fest. And for a band like this, it's one eye on the band and one eye on the crowd. I mean, it got crazy, and for some of their set, the lights were off, and I'm glad they decided to turn them on because it did get hectic and people having fun, which is nothing wrong with that. Do what you do, but I feel like people can get a little bit crazy, and so I do appreciate the crowd control by the security. But props to Chelsea Grin for sticking it out. They played a wonderful set, very high with the mosh and breakdowns. So that was pretty much Metal Fest through my perspective. Good time, and looking forward to next year. So with that, I'm actually going to open the show with some Antimatter, one of the highlights of Metal Fest. This song is I Don't Like the Taste from the album From Here to Anarchy, one of my favorites on that album, out now on Valfox Records. This is Antimatter here on the Taking the Lead Media Podcast.
Something is on a massive scale as we fight about the right to choose who's going to hell, who's buried, who outside to suck again. We have to vote for men again. To take the right clothes, the margin, election wins.
Alright, so that was Man Alive with the track Pilati Party off of the EP Pistol to the Head of the Modern Man. They were a 5-piece from New Jersey. Man Alive played a final show last month. I believe their singer is moving to another state. But some members have gone on to some new projects, one called Descent and another called Second Arrows, both on Bandcamp. But do check out Man Alive's tunes at manalivenj.bandcamp.com. So next week, Monday, October 9th and Tuesday, October 10th, Teenage Bottle Rocket will be in town playing 2 shows in Hawaii. Monday's show will be at Downbeat Lounge with local openers Grapefruit, TV Microwave, and Dracula Musical. On Tuesday, October 10, the Quintessentials will be playing, as well as the 86 List and the Even Otters. And this show will be at Anna O'Brien's. But I'm actually really excited to go see Grapefruit. It's been a while since I last saw them, so I'm really looking forward to this show. And what's more excellent, I just saw that they have a Bandcamp. Check out their tunes, grapefruit.bandcamp.com. I'll be playing the track from their album, A Study in Mumpishness. The song is titled Empty Head. I do really hope they have a hard copy of the show. But for me, it'll always be track 1 from the first Hawaiian Express comp tape. So see you at the show. This is Grapefruit.
Wonder what's happening when everything's crashing in. Where did all your money
Alright, so that was Stress Position with the track Stepped off of their self-titled demo. They are currently a 3-piece from Portland, Oregon. They be on Facebook and Bandcamp. Check out more of their tunes. It's available for Name Your Price, stressposition.bandcamp.com. Alright, so closing this episode is Oceans Deep, a local band from here on Oahu. I believe Ever Beachside, according to their Facebook. And I think they're a fairly new band and are made up of members from here on the island and the upper 48 states. Their demo is excellent. 5 tracks of pure thrash, punk and hardcore. They bring the mosh and tight riffs and such glorious breakdowns. I dig everything about this band. The guitars, drums, bass, vocals. Their EP is great sounding, packed with tons of aggressive energy and fury, and they definitely present that same quality with their live show. Check out their tunes, Oceans Deep 1. That's oceansdeep1.bandcamp.com. Also, be sure to check out Safe Inside Records. They'll be putting out their EP sometime. You'll save me a copy, that's safeinsiderecords.com. Alright, so the track I'll be playing is Night Terror from their self-titled EP. This is Oceans Deep here on the Taking the Lead Media Podcast. That is it for this show. Thank you for stopping by and checking it out. Hope you enjoyed the tunes. I have links on these bands on this podcast website, takingtheleadmedia.com. So be sure to check it out. And you can also stream and download past episodes as well. Check out my on and off ramblings too while you're at it. If you like what you hear and what I'm doing on this podcast, please do me a favor and rate and review the podcast on iTunes. Would love to hear any feedback, love, hate, kind of like the show. Let me know. I'd be very much grateful for that. And be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. This is an Apple Podcast. Do tell a friend about the show. They might just hear their new favorite band on a future episode. You can also hit me up on Twitter at TTLM Podcast with any comments, questions, music recommendations, submissions, or to say hi. Love the interaction. You may also forward all of that along with any general correspondence to my email, takingtheleadmedia@gmail.com. Please tune in next week. On the episode, I have Scott and Pete of Unfair Fight, a local Las Vegas band, who were kind enough to spare some time to have a chat with me on the podcast. We talk record stores, some band history, their music, and their upcoming new music that they have planned to unleash onto the world. The talk was recorded sometime last month, before the mass shooting that occurred on Sunday. I did send them a message and to some other friends and family in Las Vegas, and they're all safe and doing okay for the moment. And I'm glad to hear that. Sending out good thoughts and good vibes to everyone in Las Vegas and to everyone affected by the events on Sunday. Be safe and be well. Once again, my name is Onofre, and I'll be signing off until the next Taking the Lead Media podcast. Thanks for listening.
Disgusting pressure reasons all my answer goes. squeeze and taking me. Your book of love. So much I can't control it. I try and to my